Hello, welcome to the 12th episode of the um Road to Greatness podcast. I believe it
Sure,
was 12.
we've surpassed 12.
It's 12. It's 12. I got it right. I got it right. I
Alrighty.
looked at my I looked at my recording system. I made sure it was right. 12th. Um so yeah. We're moving on along. We're keeping it consistent.
Chugging along.
Mhm.
Yeah, chugging along. Nathan wasn't able to join us today. He's on the road right now, I think. He might join us later. I don't know. Probably not. He might come in for a second. I'm gonna BRB for like in a couple minutes. But yeah, this is this 12th episode. We're just gonna discuss about our usual just some usual stuff, just chilling, shooting the shit, some may say. Um,
True facts. True facts.
yeah. So let's get it going. So man, Xbox and Sony kind of are just fucking up. They just well, Microsoft and Sony more, or well, would you call it Microsoft and PlayStation? I guess it's still more Microsoft and PlayStation than not Microsoft and PlayStation. Xbox and PlayStation are fucking up. Like it's like a major fuck up. Like how do y'all like fumble like it is incredible both of them are happening at the same time. But one is not as bad as the other. Like Sony, I'm not going to say that Sony's thing is kind of just them being dumb and not thinking. Well, Xbox is just being evil. Do y'all know what I'm talking about though?
Mhm.
Eh,
Yeah, with the,
Yeah.
well, that's I guess it's technically twofold, the closing the studios, but then also the whole login thing with, PlayStation.
Yeah. Honestly, okay. I think the login for PlayStation is bad, but I'm more thinking about like the selling it to multiple different areas, multiple
Oh, yeah.
countries. I think that's where that's their own like that's a fuck up that's my personal thing that I'm saying that that's a fuck up. Like the sign in thing, that's bad for like people that don't want to sign in, but like the like delisting, um, not being able to sell it, it's like guys, stop it. Because you're being dumb and you want to show your investors things, you're actually making less money.
Mhm. I don't
Uh,
know.
and for
I think either one or two things is gonna happen. Either I think those people are still gonna be able to play whatever, they're just never gonna sell those games to those areas anymore. I think that's more or less what's gonna happen, which that's gonna suck, but I, like,
uh,
pretty sure that's gonna be the way they're gonna meet the middle ground.
Region locked games?
yeah. I'm actually gonna
Mm.
BRB now.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's region locked, but it'll be like, well, if you guys want it, you guys are gonna have to get PSN into your, and mostly those are just like kind of government, like government. I think government bills that kind of stop it for whatever reason.
Mhm.
But I mean, I don't know. It's only for PC games. Like if it's a console, then it's my understanding. If it's console, then that's where it truly
Mhm.
matters. So like if it's if on the console you can buy and do whatever, then they might not care in general because they probably just see PC as just being gravy. But if that gravy train is good
That's the
enough,
extra sauce on the top.
yeah, if that gravy train is good enough, they're like, oh, okay, maybe so.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
Because there's other
The
big titles coming to PC soon, right? Like Ghost of Tsushima's getting onto PC. I know it's not like a
Yeah, it just came out.
online. Oh, it just came out? Okay.
hmm I think it's doing well. I
Good.
don't know. I think, or maybe am I wrong? Let me see. Do 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 do. I believe it did come out. Well, it's not even on the front page, so maybe. Oh no, it is on the front page. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima director's cut,
Wow.
all for a whopping $60. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
Well, see
For
then.
retail.
See, so what's unique about this is it says it on the front page in big bold letters. PlayStation Network account is required for online multiplayer and PlayStation overlay.
What online multiplayer is there in Ghost of Tsushima? Not.
It's the Legends mode.
Oh, there's a legend. Okay.
Yeah, so you can like play co-op and all that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that existed. So you can still play the whole entire game
That's what I'm wondering.
like without that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
wondering. Cause it's looking like. Let me see if I can. You can preload. Let's play. So this talks about Steam Deck support. Yeah, so the co-op multiplayer mode. You can. Oh, that has crossplay. That's pretty cool. The multiplayer is gonna have crossplay now. So yeah, I don't know if you. It looks like you can still play it.
Wait, what do you mean? What game can you still
Ghost of
play?
Tsushima. You can play without your PlayStation login.
Yes, you can't, but it's still region locked.
Oh yeah. They're not gonna sell it to the regions anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, the only to certain ones.
That's a
that's
shame.
fucked up in business wise.
Yeah, but like I was telling him, I was like, they just see it as just like it's extra gravy, and they just want everybody on their same track. Like those all those same places, they sell PlayStations, so they're just like, oh well, we want them all
Well,
on PSN, and the only reason they can't do it on PC is because certain government things are like, oh well, you can't charge people for internet because you're not providing internet service. So that's why I'm thinking like in the end, it's gonna be like they'll still sell those games on a console basis, just not on PC, which that does suck. But I mean, I guess the true thing is I wonder is like how much money will they actually lose? I would think it would be a lot.
it's surprising how many countries aren't available for Sony too. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was like Puerto Rico, like some countries that are owned by like not owned, but America
Well, yeah, that's only for
runs.
PC though. Yeah, it's only for PC because like they're like I actually have a Puerto Rican friend who literally plays on PlayStation. So like with a console, they're
That's
fine.
not possible. Oh,
Yeah, with a console, they're fine. It's the
Did
piece
they
of
did,
like
did they lie about where they are? Because I thought that
no,
was
you can no, you can yeah, they sell consoles in Puerto Rico.
no, but no. Your account though. When you have your account, you kind of I don't think you can create an account there. You have to lie about your location.
No, you don't have to lie about your location. Let me see, because I literally do have a friend there, but I don't believe you have to lie about your location in order to do that. I think it's just a simple thing of like places like that they're not going to pay. Like back in the let me see, Puerto Rico. Yes, yeah. Let's see. Ah, okay. So it looks like yeah, they can be shipped. You can get it at Puerto Rico. It doesn't say anything about the PSN though. Just talk about shipping. But they talk about that PlayStations cannot ship to PO boxes in outside territories
but
outside the
we're
US.
exporting our PlayStations
But then
now.
it says that's an exception to like Belize, Bolivia, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador. Like they just started naming off things. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, you don't have to lie about your location. Like most of this is just all a PC problem. This isn't a console issue. Uh,
Okay. Well, okay.
let me see.
Well then, we can. I personally, like I said, personally, I don't really think them. I just think that's their fault, their own issue.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not really affecting anyone except for the people that can in those countries. Like personally, I don't think that it's
Oh, it
like it's
sucks.
not as it's not as bad as fucking Microsoft issue. Microsoft fucked up so it's like how are you in it like they fucked up in the message wise. They fucked up
Mm-hmm.
what their CEO was. Like honestly, if your CEO goes on a fucking channel and then like after you just nuked four companies, How did you not prepare for that?
Well, they like closed down that business they bought, right? Or not business. They closed down that studio they bought.
Mm-hmm. Just bought it.
Yeah, bought it and
Yeah, but
closed it.
Michael, no, but they had a interview right after it,
Oh yeah, with the
and
lady, and she like said a bunch of
mhm.
random. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all stuff. So what I did find is apparently PSN does not. So when you're making a PSN account, you have to do it on the web. So people who have PSN accounts from PS3, PS4, they don't have to do anything new. With PS5, I don't know, somebody says on Reddit is due to the government. Like I don't know what laws Puerto Rico has on his books. But when you don't have a PS5, you cannot make an account via the console anymore. You have to do it through the web. You don't have to change your location, but it just will not allow you to do it just on the console. So you have to do it
Mm,
like on actual like I guess like Sony.com or whatever. And then everybody's like, PlayStation loves Shaft in Puerto Rico every chance they get. So yeah, apparently you can't do it through the console, but if you're I guess you're grandfathered in, you're perfectly fine.
that's what
See, they're
grandfather
just
in the
see,
PlayStation
I don't know
Network,
what Puerto
baby.
Rico's laws are, but I guess that's like a it's just a weird thing. Huh. See. This is very interesting. And also apparently, you can only do it you can do PlayStation Direct shipping to a actual address, not to a PO box. But in mainland US, you can do it to a PO box. Very weird. Very weird.
That is odd, but now we know in case we need to export our PlayStations.
Yeah. And so the same thing. This is very weird. So it says thousands. So this person is in the forums on May 13th talking about this.
Okay.
So thousands of Puerto Ricans pay for PlayStation Plus plans, and they have accounts in good standings, and they play PlayStation Plus games. And they remove Helldivers from the store because we're not on their list of countries where the game can be purchased.
Okay.
I owned the game before. I have no problem playing it, but when I recommend it to new people, they can no longer buy it. So yeah,
So
it's
you
for
had to
whatever
get it
reason
before the cutoff point. That's weird.
they just yeah. So like, but they're
That's
saying they
very
can
weird.
still buy new games. Like they can still buy other
That's
PlayStation. Yeah,
interesting. Odd.
I do wonder if all of this just gets fixed up at a point because like that is weird. Like if he can still buy other PlayStation games in general, unless like Puerto Rico is literally just this far, far away place. I truly don't get it. Okay, Reddit is just too wild though sometimes. And so, oh my gosh, okay, this is way too far back. Anyway, yeah, I do. So with the whole like Microsoft thing, I think everyone's it is worse. Um, like when you have a studio that's doing all these great awards, great things, and it was a good game, Hi-Fi Rush,
Mhm.
and then you end up shutting it down in that matter, and it's just kind of
Yeah.
like, oh well, this quarter is about to end. We need to try and look like we're doing something right over here,
Yeah,
boys.
it's kind of gross.
Let's shut it down. um, and then just the what? Wasn't it a week prior that somebody was actually like talking, like praising them, which is crazy.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah. And then after the fact, they were like, "We need smaller games that do big."
yeah, yeah. Or what? You had one, Bucko.
Yeah.
But
Well,
but see, I kid you not, and I'm truly. Some people think that this is kind of like a crazy thing. I can't remember where I heard it first, but it could be Microsoft's strategy. Like,
What
if you think about
strategy?
it, no,
No,
no, no,
no. What
no, no, no. Listen
strategy?
to it. No, listen to this, because it is. See, a lot of people think like, no, that nobody would do this, and I'm like, I think
Well, I
people
wouldn't say
would.
no one would do. No one wouldn't. I wouldn't say no one would do this. I just think it's a bad idea. I don't think
Well,
this is
no,
a
it's a
good
bad
strategy.
idea, but I truly don't think all of these decisions are no longer on just Phil Spencer. I do think, look, when the Xbox division is making billion-dollar purchases, multiple billion-dollar purchases,
whoa, whoa,
at that,
whoa.
No, 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 no. This
Show
is
me the
true.
billions.
What the Bethesda? That was a bit the
That was like 12
Activision.
billion. I think no, okay, Bethesda was like 6 billion.
That's but
And Activision was like was 69 billion.
But what I'm saying is, when your your game side is putting all these billions in, you think it's just Phil making any decision at that point? Fam, if they doing billions at that point, you got regular old 89-year-old
Jack Vick,
Gryffindorf,
Jack.
and he's
Whoa, Jack
Jack
Gryffindorf.
Jack Gryffindorf, and he loves his little granddaughter Susie, and he's over here looking at this like, what the heck is
Uh
this? What is a hi-fi rush? It's
what is a
and
high
he's looking at
five
these books.
rush?
But I'm just saying, once you put in all those billions, I no longer think it's only a Phil Spencer. Now, don't get me wrong, Phil Spencer deserves a lot of the crap that's been going on. But this is when it gets into the other people's hands, and then
What is a high five rush?
they're just being a cruel, cruel company. And so the strategy that some people are saying is if they just buy up the biggest things and then they just pluck it for whatever it's worth and they throw out the rest, then they're removing. And what they did do with some of these places that they did, they kept some people and moved them to different projects. So they're just grabbing talent and then just stashing them away into other studios. I don't understand the reason why they would do that to freaking Hi-Fi Russia studio, but that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm.
But like, it could be a strategy. They're just gonna buy up smaller places and just shut them down and just
I don't.
poach
Oh,
talent that
sorry.
way.
I
You
think
good?
about Hi-Fi Rush Studio. I think they're completely gone though, because Hi-Fi
Oh
Rush
yeah, theirs
Studio,
probably is completely gone. Yeah,
because they're in Japan, and it was funny too. It's so funny because it was like we need a foothold in Japan.
yeah,
Why'd you close down your only Japan studio?
What?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry, Japanese studio, but still, like, what? Oh, we need a foothold. We need a foothold in the Japanese market. It's
They
like,
need it
okay,
that badly.
they kind of
Michael,
do.
they do. They need it because, and the thing is, they were actually making like some motion in towards it because, like,
Oh,
hey, they have like they had that one game made by the same studio, that like that Japanese game where it was like where he was like hunting like spirits.
yeah.
They had that game and they had Hi-Fi Rush, which were like kind of
Yeah,
like I
Ghostwire
would say
Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo, yeah. And it's like y'all had those games, y'all were making them, and
I
then
still
y'all
gotta
were
play
like,
that.
yeah, I wanted to play it too, but haven't got to it. Like those are your foothold games. Those games are able to do it. Are able to keep your foothold. And then if they made more games like those, like very creative games, I feel like they could have.
Oh, creative gaming.
Mhm.
Yeah. But then
That's what's
then you
needed
got
though.
and then you have Arcane Studio, which is the saddest one. Arcane Studio was like Bethesda's fault. Like it was ZeniMax's fault that Arcane Studio was on that shitty ass game, and it was Xbox fault for not stopping them. And we were like, wait, you don't even like making this game? They're like, yeah, I was hired to make like an immersive sim. I thought I was gonna make an immersive sim. And it's like I'm making this shitty multiplayer game that I'm very sure that does not play good. We have awful things. We're not even making 60 frames per second. It's like, what is going on here? And it's like they were like, please, Phil, cancel the game. Cancel the game for us. And he's like, no, release
Mm-mm.
it and
Because
destroy your
Phil
studio.
said we needed four. Remember he said what did he say? We got four releases coming this year. And dude, dude, don't even, like, dude, you gotta be like he was very prideful with that because his whole big thing was, oh, we're gonna have four drops. We're gonna have four drops. And remember, what is the Starfall had already been
Starfield.
pushed back. What is it, Starfield? Oh
Yeah,
Jesus, these
Starfield.
names.
It was in the fall though,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
but
wasn't.
they
It's
already
still a
got
year.
pushed back, remember? And so he was
Mm-hmm.
the whole year he was talking about, oh, we got four big releases. That's more than most competitors. Like he was throwing his shots at PlayStation with it. It is like, come on, man. It's like you gotta see it when it's bad. And it's like, because there was an interview with him before it came out, and he was talking about how he was playing it, and it's a great game. And I mean, look, that's what you're supposed to say. But dude, and then what? The same week it came out, then he comes out and says, "We missed the mark." Like, dude, it's like if you played that game And you're talking about how you've been putting hours into it and you loving every bit. Like, dude, there's no way you could just say that a week later and saying, "Guys, we missed the mark." Like, Phil is to blame for a lot of things.
Yeah.
I hated the way they did Sarah Bond, putting her on that couch. And, uh, the days where everybody likes to throw around DEI, dude. Oh Lord.
Oh
Bro,
boy.
they just sent her out there just
Oh,
and then the
not throwing it to the
cameraman dude
wolves.
showing the showing the chart
Cameraman,
where she
the
was just
cameraman
talking.
was the cameraman was, oh my god. They zoomed out that Michael, I don't know if you saw it, but they zoomed out and it showed them making record profits.
Because
That's
she was
dirty.
the interviewer was asking why did that studio get shut down after all the high praise and like all the sales that was the game made
Yeah.
and everything.
Right.
And so she was just beating around the bush.
Mm-hmm.
And oh well, this chart that's the reason why. That's the reason why, guys. We got to keep those numbers high.
That's tough.
Yeah. So Microsoft, they got some work to do. All the gaming companies got some work to do, but that one was definitely a bad look for sure. Nintendo needs to drop the Switch too. I'm tired. I need this. I need this PlayStation 4. What it was the leak saying? The power of the PlayStation 4 in your hands, dude. If they can do that,
The
sign
what?
me up.
PlayStation 5?
Oh,
Oh,
for the Switch 2? Is
oh.
that what
No,
you're
they're
talking
talking about
about?
the Switch too. They're saying it had the power of the PS4 and a Switch portable light. And I was like, dude, give me that. Because right now, I don't touch my Switch. I mean, when I do, it's okay. But like, if you can tell me we can get some real like 1080p just gaming done, just like in the handheld form, I'm signing me up. Sign me up.
That's what a Steam Deck is for, the Lenovo and
Okay.
all those handheld. I'm just saying,
Oh,
you're saying you want 1080p in your hand. I'm just saying.
okay. Yes, but those things don't last as long. I think the
Last is one
Nintendo
what?
could do it. Doesn't the
What do
Steam
you
Deck
mean?
only last what 4 hours?
Oh, you're talking about the time. I mean,
Yeah, I'm talking about like battery life. Like
I
I think
guess you're right
The
there.
Switch does pretty well.
It's like, no,
Like
it's
that's what
not
the
that
rumor
bad.
says. I don't know if Nintendo is really going to do it. Shoot, for all we know, Nintendo hit us with another 720p machine, and you know what? Everybody going to buy it because they're going to be like, "Oh, Switch 2," and they'll throw an OLED screen on that thing. OLED for 720p, dude. If we just
All right, but let's if the Switch 2 actually comes out with the processing the power of a PS4,
that's goaded.
have we really like came that far? If that's
We
the
have
case,
it.
Well, I mean, not on Nintendo's side, no,
what?
but
No, 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 not on the opposite. Actually, I'm more like not on like Sony's side. Like if the PS4 is not even that old, and you're already saying we can get handhelds with that.
I think
Then
the
what's the
PS4 is
PS5
old.
up to then?
The
Michael, the
PS4 is pretty
PS4 is
The
like
old.
PS5 is
8.
what, like
It's
four
like
years
8 or
old?
10.
No, the
PS5 is
PS4 is
5.
old.
PS4 is like Michael. The PS4 is like 10
But
almost.
we're not.
I
I'm
think.
saying we're not that far removed from the PS4. Like
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
we're
we're
like
not.
we're
We're
yeah,
we're
the
not
still
like
making
PS4 is
games for it.
11 years old, or about to be 11 years old.
yeah, but we haven't come beyond. We haven't surpassed it. You know what I'm saying? We
But I
haven't
mean,
like.
the
We
Switch is
have.
what? The Switch is what? 720p, like handheld. Like it ain't that great. I mean, when we play it, it's kind of like you
It's like the
know.
equivalent. The Switch is like the equivalent of a PS3
Yeah,
or
so
Xbox 360.
if you give me PS4, dude, sign me up. I will take that in a
Oh yeah,
heartbeat.
yeah, no, for sure.
I
I just
mean,
mean
look,
we need to be pushing more boundaries out here with our main consoles. Like
dude,
we should
that's
it should be like two steps behind, right? Like Switch right now is like
mm,
says like equal to a PS3. So
Nintendo
Switch
ain't
2
doing
already
that.
catching up to PS4. It's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, if Nintendo did that, that'd be impressive. But we
I
gotta
will
think about
say.
Nintendo though.
I will say. I like. I think that they definitely need to make it more powerful. They should make this powerful. This should be on equivalent with the Xbox Series S. It should be that. It shouldn't be a PS4. It should be Xbox Series S because Series S is like a little bit above the PlayStation Pro.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And it's like, and it's actually able to play like Baldur Gate. It's actually able to play a bunch of different games. How are you not on the Series S level? That's what you should be aiming for. You should not be aiming for the PS4 because the PS4 it's an 11-year-old system. and right now Nintendo is on a fucking what? What when the PS3 came out? Like a 19, 18-year-old system.
Well, I hope y'all are right with some doggone. Whew, I hope we do get some peak. Dude, if this thing, look, I tell you right now, if it is, if it is PS4, I'm down. I'm locked in. I just don't. It's that's you know what? That's the sad thing because everybody's expecting it to be like not groundbreaking. It's just gonna be like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. And everybody's just thinking about, ooh, 1080p in the hand. Ooh, look at this.
Poggers.
It's like, oh my gosh, Mario now. And like, me personally, I've never experienced like handheld mode on the Switch, but I know there's certain games where I've seen videos where it's like, sheesh. Or dude, have you ever seen Apex Legends?
Oh my goodness.
Boy, that is a you could that game would benefit heavily. Like you're talking under 30 frames that game plays. Somebody said 20, and I don't know if that's real, but I like it would benefit if it could do that.
I believe it. I would believe it if they said it was under 20. I'd be like, yeah, that shit. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I look forward to the Switch too, but I need them to go ahead and like announce it. Stop beating around the bush. I'm ready to buy it and let's get it. Let's get it
You're ready
going.
to buy? You ready to purchase?
Yeah, I'm ready
Okay.
to purchase. Sign
Hmm.
me up. I mean, I have been wanting a Steam Deck for a while, but then it's kind of like, do I really want this Steam Deck? Maybe a Switch
I
would just
mean,
be perfect.
the studio got an upgrade recently. Well,
That's true.
relatively recently. And it was like an actually a substantial upgrade. Like I kind of wish I waited for before buying it.
Well, that is true.
It's a
Mhm.
great emulator system too, by the way. Like I think I mentioned last podcast. I emulate a bunch of shit. I beat Pokemon Coliseum with a mod that made it where more modern. Like it has excuse me. It had physical special split, which is if you don't know what that is in Pokemon Gen 3 and under. The physical moves and special moves were based off their type and not their actual description. Like Ice Punch, when you're punching someone, was a special move.
Hmm.
While like Hyper Beam, it was a physical move. So, but it sort of made sense why they did it because like, oh, if you're like a ice type, ice moves are special because they're like magic. While like fighting, normal, flying, like all those descriptors are more physical in actions, are not based really in magic until you
Hmm.
get to Ghost, where Ghost was physical.
Huh.
Yeah, it was funny. It was weird back in the day, and that's why I personally hate anything under Gen 3. Anything Gen 3 and under, I do not like him except for Johto. And I hate it because I'm like, why do you? And they made Pokemon. They make Pokemon that have the stats to be physical attackers, and then their typings are special.
5 head.
Yeah, it's like what is going on when you do that? It's like, yeah. But since we're still in the games, I wanted to also discuss about our man, me and Taylor's man, Yosuke. I forgot how to say his name. Yosuke, from
Yasuke.
Yasuke. Yeah. And then from the new hit game Assassin's Creed
I
Shadows.
cannot support this because it's not historically accurate
It is
Hmm.
in
historically
my
accurate.
video game.
It is
Well,
historically accurate though,
No.
because he's a
mm,
real person.
But he was a retainer and not actually a samurai. So
if he
therefore,
was or if he wasn't,
he
sign me up.
shall be.
It was funny too.
I think
Because
it's gonna
someone's
be a
like,
great game, dude. I think it's gonna be so good.
it, I think it's gonna be good too because it's classic Assassin's Creed. But it was funny though. Because someone's like, wait, why are this isn't the main issue is not the black guy. The main issue is that it was $130 to play the game. To play the game early. and with all this
Oh, they
stuff.
were selling it. You could play it early, like early access.
Yes, for
Yeah,
three
the
for
the
$130.
ultimate edition.
Oh my goodness.
$130.
We got them Ubisoft.
They were
Yeah,
like, we need double the game. You know, this game is definitely not worth $70, but let's charge them 110% more, or 105% more, or whatever,
Yeah.
and make it $70, and then charge the actual price on top of that.
Hell
Say $130. But it's
that's not
funny
getting
though.
enough play though.
But the thing is, what if we could just buy the subscription? They literally show it at the very end, or $15 with a subscription, Ubisoft subscription. I was like,
Hmm.
if I really wanted to play that game, I would just get the Ubisoft subscription and play it that way.
I got to see some gameplay. I haven't
Yeah,
played Assassin's Creed since Assassin's
gameplay. Is there
Creed.
gameplay out already? I didn't think we were that far into it.
No,
Oh,
I
we were
said
just getting
I need to
leaks and
see it.
announcement. I was like, oh, okay, okay.
But I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 2. This is back when
mm.
Blockbuster and
Mm.
everything was out. Like I
Oh,
rented it and I was just like, hmm, ain't it.
for me,
Um,
I haven't played Assassin's Creed since 3, really.
mm,
But like, I played 3 after it was like out for a while, and so it wasn't like. And I did want to try out Odyssey, or not Odyssey. I wanted to try the one that when they're in Egypt, Origins. I wanted to play that one, but I never got the chance
what's Assassin's
because I
Creed
wasn't
2?
gonna buy it.
Oh, Assassin's Creed 1. Yeah, it's the first Assassin's Creed I played. I was not a fan.
You're not.
What?
Yeah.
I was not a fan. But at the same time, everybody's like, "Oh, the first one isn't the greatest. You should play 3. 3's amazing." And then what's the other one everybody tries to get everybody to play?
Black Flag.
Black Flag and no, there's another one. What's the one in
Wait,
the
wasn't Black Flag a
UK?
banger though?
I thought there was one in the UK that everybody likes too.
Was it France? Are you talking about France, or are you talking about actual UK?
Oh, is it what I don't know. I thought it was in the actual UK
It might be Brotherhood. I
Brotherhood.
know. I think. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Either
that
Brotherhood
like
or Revelations.
it ain't. I only played the very very first one, I guess. Not because yeah, this was 2007, so that makes more sense. 2007, the second one came out in 2009. I can't remember if how long Blockbuster and like Hollywood Video and all those died out, but I remember renting it, and I was just like, man, this game's trash. And I was just
Mhm.
kind of like, it's one of them things where like I got 5 days, and it's like, am I gonna play this? And I remember playing it for like one good session, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. I'm not. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we can take these back once y'all get ready to take the movies back or whatever. I'm good. Um, so I'm down to try a new one. I almost wanted to play that. What was the one? The Egyptian one. I kind of
Origins.
wanted to try
Origins,
that
yeah,
for
that's
Origins.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted to play it, but when everybody was saying about how long the game was, and it's like some of the
Mm-hmm.
stuff in there was just busy work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, I guess in Destiny I do some busy work, but like for for a random single player game that's like not gonna hold any weight, I feel like doing busy work is just kind of, uh,
yeah. I can see
Yeah,
that.
like you go ahead,
My
Michael.
my roommate Alexander is playing the most recent one that's in like in Baghdad. I don't remember what the
That was the original. I know what you're talking about. I think
oh,
it's Rogue.
that sounds. Is it?
mm-hmm.
It's not the remake. It's the
No, it's a new one. I know it's Rogue.
okay,
Or
okay,
something.
okay, okay.
It might not be in a remake, but I don't remember. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, no, Mirage. Mirage.
Mirage, yeah, because it's a classic Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. And that one, it seemed like I see where there's like not busy work, but like I guess repeat
That
missions
one,
or whatever. But there's like a lot of cool like whenever like the game centers around like the big assassinations of like the big leaders, and all those missions are like so crafted out so well that I don't know, it seems really cool.
Seems good.
those aren't the thing is those aren't the same ones as Origins or
Yeah, it's not the
Valhalla.
same system. Yeah,
Mm. Those games shouldn't even be called Assassin's Creed. I'm just gonna say it.
yeah.
They're only Assassin's Creed in name and weapons.
Valhalla was nothing like an Assassin's Creed game.
Well, see,
Yeah,
It was
where does the story go? Because It-
There is story in there somewhere. Believe me.
It's okay. So like right now, I don't know, but I just know that it's like I don't know exactly. I just know that it's has it where your character from the modern times is just going back in time and like it's just like reliving to find a clue to find something in the present time.
Yeah, it's a lot
But
of
how many times? How many times are we going under? I like.
No, but it's not the same person.
we've got to go back.
Is there just a shop in the real world called Assassin's Creed? Like, what's going on?
No, it's the Assassin's Creed is an assassination
You know what?
organization.
The assassination organization. Okay, so you know what? I gotta watch a YouTube video on it maybe one day
Yeah, have
because
fun. Have
this
fun.
is
Those
one of
2 hour
those
video.
Have fun.
a 2 hour video to explain Assassin's
Leaderboard.
Creed because
Leaderboard.
it's no, it's just like I remember. Okay, so the very first one I can remember, this guy he
Desmond.
comes in. What is he? I think he had a hoodie or something. No, he seemed like just a regular
Yeah, it
dude.
was.
So I was like, okay. He goes into this like digital world and everything. He's like, I can't remember if it was his ancestors or what it was,
It was his
but
ancestors.
oh, it was his ancestors. See, okay, so I know a little bit. So he
Well,
does.
yeah, but like he's dead. That guy's dead. He doesn't. He
He's
doesn't exist
dead.
anymore. Yeah, he died in the third game.
Wait, so there really
The
was a
third
story.
mainline. Yeah, there
That's,
was a story.
there's a movie.
There's a
No, but we're
movie.
not talking. We're
It
not talking about that movie. That's not
wasn't bad.
connected.
It wasn't bad.
It
It wasn't bad.
it wasn't bad, but it was like it's not connected to the story. It's
Oh
just some
my
random
gosh.
guy.
So wait, what happened after the third game?
They just use different people. Also, one of the games didn't. I don't think they went back in time, or like you took his DNA and like it was first person at one point where you took because Desmond died. They took his DNA and you used his DNA to play one of his ancestors, and like because it was first person, like your character wasn't really like a part of the like you weren't like yeah. So like you were using the DNA of Desmond to play his ancestors.
Oh Lord Jesus. Boy, they was. You know what? I would not be surprised if there's gonna be a story one day, years down the line. As you said that, like the game was supposed to end at 3, but then they were
I
like, we
mean,
can't end it.
This is
like
too good
I
for
would
us.
I just think that Desmond like I feel like they should stop with the fucking like connecting it to like the Templars and Assassins. I think they should stop doing that after 3. It should just well, they can still have it in the past, but like stop going to modern times. We don't care about the modern times.
That is like the worst part of a lot of Assassin's Creed games when you switch into like the modern body and you're like, man, get me back in where I was.
I gotta look. Yeah, I'm about to look some of this stuff up. Oh, that is something there. Okay.
Yeah, so it was funny because it's 3. Want to know what was happening? In the lore of 3, what happened is that the reason why they were trying to like to get in the past and find this thing, this
Mhm.
MacGuffin, is because a solar flare was going to hit the Earth and kill everyone. So they were
Yeah.
going to use the MacGuffin to make it where the solar flare doesn't kill everyone. So you had like 3 choices. I don't remember if it was actually 3 choices, but it was like have everyone die. Uh, Desmond dies, but and everything's like normal, or Desmond lives and the power all the power goes out and Desmond becomes basically their god.
Boy, they was. Ooh, somebody was smoking something then. Good Lord.
Because there was an ancient race that
Oh no.
happened that, yep, the ancient race made these items. And the
Oh
ancient
no.
race, which a guy was the last one that lived, so they said, "Oh yeah, this is God," because he had the items and he used them to take care of everyone. And they were like, "Oh yeah, Desmond can become God," basically. But
Oh
the
no.
canon timeline is that Desmond dies, and he he basically saves the Earth from a solar flare.
I will say there is like I don't like the modern bits as well. But I think it was Valhalla that I watched when I was watching Alexander play through it. That the modern like story actually became interesting because
Mm.
they kind of like they're I don't know the full I don't know well enough to explain it like filling in on all the side details. but they basically like the modern day people like so, they like they go back and they like relive through everyone's story to like find the information. That's you playing through the like story.
Mm.
But they like fuck, I don't even know. I can't even describe it well. They basically like went to this place where one of the people from like the like whatever it was like centuries ago that they were playing as was like in like suspended animation basically and like fucking reawoken into the modern world. Um, and the shit got kind of crazy. So it's like they have the ability to make it interesting. It's just they don't have the ability to make it clear. I think.
Mm, mm,
I feel
mm.
like they have the ability to make it fucking clear. They just make it confusing. They
Yeah,
purposely make that shit
yeah.
confusing. It's like this is not Kingdom Hearts, guys. Y'all don't have to pull a Kingdom Hearts where everything is very confusing and convoluted.
Yeah, that's kinda how it is.
But personally, I think there is another game, Taylor, I can recommend that you play that's Ubisoft. It's called it was called Mortal Phoenix Rising.
Mm.
That was not a. It's kind of like it's very it's I don't know how to describe it. It was sad that it didn't do well. I bought it because I was like, I want this game to do well because people kept saying it was an actual good game, and it's actually good like creative Ubisoft game. And it was very charming. It tried to be like Dark Souls meets Legend of Zelda meets Assassin's Creed, like the RPG versions of Assassin's Creeds. Like I was like, and whenever I played, I enjoyed myself. I have it on my Switch, but I haven't beat it, and I didn't get very far. But I did enjoy what I played.
Mm. Okay.
But sadly, the studio closed down. Mostly, and I will say this: I blame Monster Energy for it.
Huh?
For them failing. So there's a
What?
lore between the name Immortal Phoenix Rising. The original name for that games was not Immortal Phoenix Rising. It was Gods and Monsters. Was the original name for that game, and the but Monster Energy sued them and took the name for. They said you can't use that name because people will get confused with Monster Energy.
Okay, really?
Yes. And so they didn't want to go through the legal trouble, so they just said, "Okay, we'll choose a different name." And people forgot about the game
So
because it was shown off at E3. People forgot about Gods and Monsters, and if they actually said, "Oh yeah, this is Gods and Monsters," they would have replied, "Oh yeah, that game." But no, it was Immortal Phoenix Rising, and that was such a convoluted name. It killed the game. The name
Mm.
actually killed it. Yeah.
Well, I will play probably one more. I still want to try the other Watchdog game, the one that everybody
Oh,
said was
what?
bad.
why?
Yeah, because I enjoy Watch Dogs too.
It's not like Watch Dogs 2.
I know I just need to see what they did. I
You can
at
What's
this
watch a
point I
video
what
could
and see
probably
what they
get it
did.
for cheap, but hmm?
You can watch a video and see what they did. Like,
Yeah, I know, but I want to play it. Watch Dogs is look the first one they baited me. Everybody they baited
dog?
everybody.
I said what?
I got baited too. I got the
The
collector.
first
I got
Watch
like the
Dogs.
digital collector.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everybody got baited on the first Watch Dogs. But ooh, the second one, amazing. Actually platted that game. I enjoyed the second one a whole lot. But ooh, that third one, with the whole thing about you can play as everybody. I just want to see how the story goes. Because if you can play as everybody, how does the story progress? Who's the main character? Oh, everybody can be a main character. Remember the whole thing of like, oh, you can even make the old lady do whatever. Like it's just it's like I feel like that's so gimmicky, but I want to play it. I just need to see it with my eyes.
Hmm.
Um, so
I mean, I can recommend you a video, but you
no,
said
I
you
don't
want
want
to
to. No,
play
no,
it.
no, no, no. I want to see it.
You want
I
to
have to see
waste
it
money
myself.
to play it.
It
Yeah.
might not be as bad as they say.
It is as bad as I say. What do you? What?
Well, as long as they don't just kill off the franchise,
It
because the
did.
Watch Dogs 2 was amazing.
It did. I think they said they're not going to work. They're not going to focus on Watch Dogs anymore.
Oh, oh.
And they said they're not gonna focus on Division anymore either. They said the Division's gonna
Oh yeah, I
because
saw
they
they canceled
canceled.
that,
Yeah, they canceled Division Heartland or whatever.
which I don't know why, but I guess I get it.
Be because the old one wasn't making as much money, I guess.
Mhm. And most of the time, see with the division, most of that is on Ubisoft. I feel because when the first one came out, everything was going good. What did they do? Drag their feet on content, dude. I have never seen a drought of content as the way they did that first game. Like there was a lull period between like the end of Destiny, the Rise of Iron had all basically went out.
Yo,
So
the Rise of Iron.
so
What?
we've done the Raft of the Machines raid and everything. You know, we're raiding on Destiny. Like there is a vacuum. It was vacuum packed. Everybody who played Destiny went to go play Division. It was crazy. And so it was just a piece of like you had this perfect moment, everything to go in there. And what do the people that play Destiny do? Oh, dude, we can play some content. You got busy work first. We got busy work. Let's do it, bro. How you run out of content in a game like that, and then you just drag your feet, and then like you're waiting months. I think it almost took like 4, 5, 6 months. Like you can't do that, man. It's just bad. And the Division 2 was good. I just think that people just
Their
don't
content
care.
drops worse. Their content drops worse, Taylor.
Yeah. I didn't but I would never all that. I enjoyed playing Division 2. I finished the, main campaign and all that good stuff, but, like, I wasn't there. They did have a little bit of, in-game content that I didn't get a chance to play, but it w like, part of that is just strictly on just Ubisoft, like, not planning out and things of that nature. Like, when they did stuff, it was amazing, it's unique, but, I don't know. Maybe in the next 5 years, we'll get a Division. Probably 10. I don't know. Mm-mm. Alright, what you got, Ryan?
um, trying to think. Um, any games y'all been playing, Michael Taylor? I mean, I
Mm,
for me, I've been playing the same, playing Destiny, Final Fantasy, Warhammer. I mean, Warframe. Um, no, they're about the same stuff.
Mm,
yeah, I'm back on my Hearthstone grind. The usual story. Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't
By the way,
have
everyone,
intros.
Oh, please stop.
Michael is a 9 times back to back a monthly champion, legendary Hearthstone.
Hooray!
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Don't
have
want.
much else new.
We
Yeah.
we can mention our up and coming
Oh yeah, we are going to convention. Me and
adventure.
Michael. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
gonna fly in.
Oh, that should be fun.
Yep.
Anime convention is around the corner. I'm very excited.
Yeah, we
Very
need
excited.
plenty of picks.
Yeah.
Need plenty of picks. Yeah, I don't have anything like new game wise. I'm just getting ready for Destiny. There is nothing. I don't think there's much else. I'm well. Even before Destiny, I guess I'm ready for Summer Games Fest to just see like something just be like shadow dropped or something that I wasn't expecting to drop at the end of this year. Cause like this year ain't got the heat, fam. This year it's like it's kind of
Off
dryish.
year. Off year.
Yeah, I need to finish Stellar Blade. Um, that game is actually very fun, but like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have much else. Yeah, it's not much else I actually need to like play this year. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, this year's a drought because all the good games came out last year. Like all the amazing games, at least.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this list, and I think the only other thing I have is
Don't you need to
Jesus.
beat Demon Souls?
Not really.
Don't let Nathan tell. Don't let Nathan hear that.
Oh, I'll tell him it's
You
kind of whatever.
gotta is Elden Ring coming DLC coming out this year?
Yeah, the DLC is
Oh yeah,
coming.
that's
I
coming
need
out.
to. I'm still trying to get Nathan to like. We need to do. We're gonna do like a co-op campaign where we
Mm.
actually like seamless co-op, where it doesn't have that shitty ass co-op they have in the game, where
Mm,
we have to stick together. Because if you ever play like the co-op and you have the open world, there are some locations that there's a giant cloud stops you from going to locations you have a friend.
It's like a barrier that lets you stops you from like leaving their range or something.
Yes, no, not range, just the area.
Oh,
What
that's
yeah, especially an
like
open world game like Elden Ring.
I remember I don't know who I think it was one of our old friends, but um me and him played a Dark Souls like or a Souls like that was I think it was called I forget what it's called, but the way they did their multiplayer, it's funny because Souls likes have always have shitty multiplayers and it doesn't make sense how y'all have shitty multiplayers. Um, they have it where you have to type in a code, and then you have to walk in an area outside of town to meet up with your friend before you can group up. And if you both die, you have to do it again.
Yeah,
It was
it is. It doesn't make sense why it's so bad.
yeah, it's like everyone except for I don't even think this is Souls like, but Remnant 2.
Oh
Those
yeah.
games,
Hmm.
those actually have good multiplayer. It's just, hey, it's hop in, hop out. Wow, so creative, so amazing. I don't have to write something simple on the ground just to invite someone, and then they're a different color. They just join in and they're there.
Hold on, Ryan. It's part of the lore. You know that chalk is very special. It's got the heebie-jeebies all over it. You
the
know.
heebie-jeebies. Anything but that.
But
Yeah. That.
they literally say there's a bunch of tarnish, and in the world there are not just you.
Allegedly.
No, they're straight up. You fight them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this guy.
Look, I'm agreeing with you. I don't know why it's so bad. I truly believe it's because everybody just accepts it, and that's the only reason it's never changed.
I don't think people. Well, yeah, people accept it, but like, I guess I don't want to call him that. But um,
I don't know what you was about to say, but no, I'm serious. Like you have never, dude. At least in all of my years of people going crazy about how lovely Soul games are, and like people have certain little gripes and things of that nature. They never say that though. That is never a gripe that people ever have. So if
they
nobody
have said
makes it
that
a
the
big
multiplayer.
deal,
They
hmm?
have said the multiplayer was ass.
I don't feel like that's a big public cry though.
It's not. Yeah,
It
it's
might
not a
be
big
on like
public.
a YouTube vid kind of thing, but like I don't feel like it's a big public cry about it.
It's kind of like how like it's funny. It's kind of like how well it's because they know that they can't really do anything about it because it's a Japanese studio. The Japanese like this is Japanese, but they're stubborn.
Mm.
Like
Oh no,
let's
that's
be
true.
honest here. It's like Pokemon,
Those
like
Japanese are stubborn.
Pokemon, Nintendo, like every single one of their games are so fucking like they're so locked niche. Like they say, no, we don't want this. We don't want you to do this. Like the guy who made Street Fighter is out here saying we don't mods are immoral. And it's like, what the fuck are you on about, buddy? It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that one mod, that one thing that happened was pretty fucked up and but pretty fucking
Oh,
funny though.
okay. Wait a second. What?
You know what I'm talking about, Michael?
Okay, okay. I think so.
Taylor, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't want to
I'm
know.
pretty sure we talked about that. No, was that on a podcast episode? Maybe we just randomly.
I don't think it was.
No, I
It
don't want
was
to
before.
know that I don't want to know that
It's
mod.
neither here nor there, as they say.
That sounds like a mod I don't need to know
No,
about.
it's I put these episodes unrestricted. Basically there was a Naked Chunk Lee mod that was
Oh
on
my
one of
gosh.
the a
Okay.
tournament organizers PC.
Oh, I think I heard about that, or somebody told me about that, and I was just like, "What? Oh no."
Neither here nor there.
Oh
like
no.
if that's your first like experience with mods or like something, yeah, you're gonna say they're all immoral and what is it? Immoral and or something else. Uh, there was also the this happens in Final Fantasy. Technically, it's against it is against terms of service to use mods and other third-party tools. I don't use
Yeah.
them, obviously.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
would never.
I would never. Eh, just don't watch. If I ever record a video, just ignore those special things that's going on on the screen. But
Yeah.
I would never
Right.
use the mods in Final Fantasy 14. But yeah,
As you should. No.
yes.
So wait, I'm stuck on this mod. So on the tournament
You ain't
floor, they
like
were
that.
just playing.
They did. So it was like one of the PCs had the mod, and it
Oh
was they
no.
were streaming it, and something happened where maybe they chose a different skin, and then the skin activated and did it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I'm gonna
This is
say
a
this.
simple
It
misunderstanding.
in my in their defense, they had to ban Street Fighter had it's their fault. It's Street Fighter's fault for all the Coomers in their team. Because I remember one time when they had to ban a costume because of it was so fucking much. Because because of the super,
They
it
definitely
has
leaned it.
the super had it right in front of your face. Okay.
Oh, I think I remember. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes, it was. People
They
said it was
definitely leaned
distracted.
into it.
It is distracted people. I mean, the fact that
Boy,
Chung
these
Li
kids.
the fact that Chung Li had what 20 different had like 30 to 20 skins in Street Fighter 5 is astounding.
How many other characters have? Probably like half of that, right?
Yeah, like I think like the closest person was maybe either Cammy or Ryu, and it's like wasn't even that close.
Mm.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
But yeah, that's what's going on,
That's
and
always something.
yeah, that's what we talked mostly about video games. Yeah, Michael, do you still have Florida King 2 downloaded?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
I
Yeah,
might I might do that. We can do that for gameplay, I guess, this week.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Did
So
Nathan ever play with us? Did he get it?
no, I don't think he ever got it, but I'm gonna force him to get it. Smile, not really.
Uh,
Uh, I guess we can also force Kyla to play Tricky Towers, which is not really forcing.
Dude, that would actually be really good gameplay. Now that you say that.
Yeah. We can do Tricky Towers for the King. Maybe Taylor, if you want to, you can record some. If you have some recordings of Darkest Dungeon, we can do that. But yeah,
Dude,
Mm.
the random Taylor Return to Darkest Dungeon for like a couple days streaming Discord was fire, dude. It was fire for like 3-4 days straight. That was gas, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Might be done, but man, that was
I
fire.
I don't know. I've been watching just a playlist I watch sometimes to go to sleep. It's not bad.
I hope you
mm,
randomly get booted up again because you randomly seeing that like, oh, we're bringing out peak content right now for no reason.
Yeah.
yep.
Hmm. Yeah, there's something when you get that dude, the sound
Tested.
effects in that
Press all.
game.
Yes. Eating batter. Like, oh shit.
Oh, dude, the sound effects in that game is so good. I could just hear already the like the plague doctor going in his bag for the heals, the little rattling around, the little
You
you hear the
got
little
the little
vials
probe
rattling in the
dot
bag.
like,
Oh, so I don't know, man. There's something about them sounds.
it's fire.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah, I
don't
think
think
we can
there's
call it
much
there.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below.
Hit that bell,
We're
turn the notification gang on.
Yeah, no, yeah, notification so you can get a notification of the next episode. Um, we should be back in 2 weeks, hopefully.
Yep, yep.
Um, because the next week is the con, and
Have
the week
that to
after that is
break down,
nothing.
discuss.
Yeah, next week, the
Mhm.
weeks after that is not really anything.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, I appreciate everyone watching and listening to us ramble for an hour, and
Mhm.
thank you. That's it for episode 12.
Peace out.
Bye.
Peace in the Middle East.